Hey guys, TheGamingSandwich here. I'm going to the Dark Magician deck people have been asking about. Hopefully you guys like it. This is a new kind of profile I'm trying, so hopefully you guys like it. So for this one, we run 2 Dark Magician. Obviously I kind of prefer 2. 2 is a little bit less cloggy. I personally like the movie pack one. The movie pack one's really nice. I like the artwork. And I run the Volcano one because obviously we've only just been kind of allowed it in the TCG. So I kind of run 2. I like the different artworks. So it also looks like they kind of like you got the wizards, the ones kind of going at each other, so it's kind of cool. I like it. So next we run Free Magician of Dark Illusion. I prefer its effect because you can get out during your opponent's turn, which is really nice. To kind of like I always have something that's live. I prefer it. Also, it is treated as Dark Magician when it's on the field, sadly not in the grave, but you know, do what you can. So, but obviously it's got Dark Magician stats reversed. You can, when ditch a spell card to get a Dark Magician on the grave, it doesn't always really work, but it's always nice to have the option there for the Exceed plays. So, yeah, 3 of those. Next, Free Mahad. Now, Mahad is really fun in this deck. This deck draws a lot, so obviously, I'll say this now, I'm not running a law because a law doesn't allow Mahad to resolve, so it just doesn't work that way for me. But no, a really good card. When this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you get special summon damage from your hand deck or graveyard, which is really nice. So pretty much deck filling is really key in this deck. So, but yeah, Mahad, and so if this card battles on wall Dark type monster, you double its attack. So it isn't an original attack; it's just double its attack. So if it has a power boost of any kind of way, I don't know how it will get one. There's a few ways in this deck you can give it power boost, but it's just interesting to see how it can literally just run over Dark Planet, Dark Destroyer. This is your out to like most of the top meta cards. So unfortunately, if you're running against a thing anti-meta, you're probably not going to get too far, but still really good though. Next, to Rod. Rod's nice. It's your searcher for the deck. Adds any card with Dark Magician in its text line to your hand. Well, spell or trap. And also, while it's in the grave, you can, if you activate a trap, you can tribute 1 spellcast to add this back to your hand. You're not necessarily going to use that effect, but it is really good to like search out your key cards. So yeah, it's not too bad. Its attack's a little disappointing. I would have preferred 17, but 16 is not too bad. Next, we're on 2 Robe. 2000 defense is really nice, level 2, which will come into play later. I'll show you why. During either player's turn, you can discard a spell or trap card, which is also again really good in this deck. You can special summon Dark Magician from your deck, which is also really good, which is why I count as 2 to keep the Dark Magicians in the deck, not in your hand. So yes, very nice there. Also good if, because when you have a trap card on your opponent's turn, you can special summon this card, which comes into play a lot more later on. Next one, Chocolate, because dropping or drawing is really good, and her effect are special summoning a spellcast from the grave is also amazing. So her is just really to drop 10 cards at your hand, i.e. if you've used all your effects with that one, Mahad, or even Dark Magician, just because you don't want dead cards in your hand, so Chocolate works to alleviate that problem. And one Mathematician, because Mathematician is really good. 1500 is not great, but it's drop about to get draw a card, and also if you can send one to the graveyard, so you're most likely sending Robe is your main priority target, but you obviously can send Rod or Chocolate, but I'd personally say send that one. So okay, so that's the monster lineup. For the spells, we run 2 Sacred Sword 7 stars because you have a legitimate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 targets for it. So in my personal opinion, 8 targets is really good. So that's the reason why we run that. 1 Magician Circle because it's amazing, and banishing anything is really good. Obviously, if I can get a second, I'll try and fit a second in, but space in this deck is really tight. So obviously for the circle targets and also for rod targets, we have Dark Magic Expanse, really good. Dark Magic Attack, Dark Magic Kern. You don't always want to try and resolve Dark Magic Kern, it's just really there as discard fodder for like Robe. But in the worst case scenario, you can summon a Dark Magician and then power over something with this, or discard and do everything like that. So if you do have like accidentally have all these free in your hand, you can actually still do stuff. So yeah, it's still okay. It's not the best, but it does help. Next to Wonder Wand. Wonder One's really good just because if you can say get Rod will activate, Rod will add this to your hand, do that, stack the deck in your favour, add that tribute, and then add the 2 cards. Especially if it's like a Mahad or something like that, it's really good. So yeah, 2 Wonder Wand, really good. And last but not least, we run Dark Magic Bale just because it alleviates dead cards in your hand again. So pretty much either a Monster Reborn or some from the hand. Another really good card. So it's not the best paying 1,000, but people, if you have your Mahad or something like Warning or anything Warning, this just alleviates that problem. So 3 monsters is always good. Okay. And for like the mainstay of your traps, you have 1 Solemn Warning because it's Solemn Warning. Not really much to say. 2 Mirror Force in the forms of Storming and Quaking. Both really good cards. Sometimes you feel like Quaking you rather have 2 up, but then sometimes Storming comes into play a lot more, so just one of those. They just both help each other out. And then for the speciality card text, we have Dark Magic Horizon. Just taking damage and summoning a spellcaster from your deck is just really nice. Either can be Dark Magician or one of the supports, so just really good there. And Magician's Defense, just nice to not take as much battle damage, especially in this kind of meta game, so it's really good. And also with it being destroyed, you can special summon any one of your spellcasters from your graveyard, so Mahad or Dark Magician, especially Dark Magician if Dark Magic circles on the field, so yeah. Both insanely good, so always fun. For the next part of the deck, we have your extra engine. We have your Paleozoic engine. Now, the Paleozoics, whenever you activate a trap, it'll be the first link they'll activate in response in that chain. So they basically are all at water, aqua, level 2 monsters with 1,200 attack and 0 defense. Pretty much kind of like frogs. They're really nice. They activate in graves, so always really fun. And they are like the Primonic, always treated as monsters, so really good. They're also unaffected by monster effects, so anything. So if you say battle a Clear Wing or something, it's not gonna get, or Crystal Wing, it's not gonna get any bonuses from attacking this. So always fun. This one is affected pretty much a draw, so it's you discard a Paleozoic and you draw 2 cards. So really good. So just a nice solid draw engine. So an extra one to get to Mahad to your hand. This one's basically Book of Moon. So target 1 monster your opponent controls, sets it face down. Again, all the Paleozoics always have 1,200 attack and 0 defense, so it's the same as the other one. Just really good solid card. It's just basically Book of Moon, but once you do that, you can activate the Blades Leasing Chain, so they're really fun. This one is basically Shrink, so just half the attack. It doesn't say current, so it just pretty much says just half the attack, so it is kind of good because it doesn't activate with that. So in some ways it's good because it doesn't say current attack, in other ways it's bad because if you've got something, say like Chimera Attack over Dragon, Shrink will make it 0 because its original attack is 0. But so current attack does kind of suck, but it does help at the same time. So 3 of these. And then we have this guy, which is really nice. He is basically an MST, so just destroying spelling traps on either side of the field is really good, especially if you use this. So use this to pop this. So you chain this, you say you get another one of these out, this will activate, you'll get this out, and then you'll summon a Magician. So pretty much you've got 3 monsters for nothing. So really good. So just combos. Okay. So let's go for extract. This extra deck's not complete. I'm still testing stuff out, so it's not exactly like this is the most kind of like set out archetype to do. So for level sense, running Gaia because Gaia's piercing it. Piercing's pretty good. Master Blades just because it's just nice. Non-targeting does help. Big Eye just because it is a spellcaster and it also works really well with Expanse, so that also helps. Flare Metal just because you'll have burn. Going first versus Pendulum Deck really helps. So that's those. That's a few generics. We run 1 Ebon because I only ever resolve 1. And Illusion because it's really weird because this one of mine always seems to get warning. I don't know why one of these always seems to get warning, so the second one's always just useful. So they seem to go to 1 and I resolve it, although I seem to always do 2. It's higher, and you never seem to go into 1. But High Magician is really nice just because it allows you to attach your traps in your hand, and you have a lot of traps, so the Paleozoics are really, really nice to do that with, so they really help with that. And if this card gets destroyed, you get to destroy 1 card on the field that doesn't target, and you also then get to summon 1 Dark Spellcaster, which is really nice. So obviously deck's full of Dark Spellcasters, so it really helps. And Illusion, basically, you detach 1 special on the Dark Magician. Again, it's from when you have the cards in the deck. And when a non-monster attacks, you can banish a card on the field. So it's basically, if you have that with Dark Magic Circle, you're getting rid of you're targeting 2 cards, so very, very dirty. Just for like level 4s, I haven't really got anything, so there is a few level 4s in the side deck, so don't criticize me too much because you're saying, oh, you've only got chocolate. It's like, no, I have level 4s. I just have like generics. I have 101, XYZ, Rebellion, and Direwolf. Direwolf, just targeted destruction is good. 101 just to get rid of problems, and XYZ Rebellion just because it's effective beat over stuff is really useful. So for rank 2s, the last part where you run 2 Gachi because Gachi is really good. Overlaying 2 of your Paleozoics into a buff is really nice, so just because you are running like mainly 2500s, so they do struggle to beat over a few things, so like especially Blue Eyes is a legitimate threat to this deck, so pretty much from addition circles and your Paleozoics really help with that. So the idea is just to pretty much overlay, and then you get a 2200 defense, really nice, and also makes Dark Magician like 29, so it's not near Blue Eyes, but if you do that and then equip a 1/1 to it, it pretty much runs over Blue Eyes. It's really good. For your last run, 3 of your Paleozoic, rank 2. This one's really good, so you can do it with 3 or more materials. As long as this has a drop card material, you can detach 1 material from it, and you can destroy a card on either player's side of the field, and you can activate that during either player's turn, so really, really good. Like all Paleozoic monsters, it's unaffected by your opponent's monster effects, so if you activate this, and you detach target Crystal Wing can't negate it because it can't resolve, because it's unaffected, so sad face. It's not the best 2400 attack, but you can't really complain. But you can actually put, like, say, a field of 5 on it. So the idea of this is you can literally use your entire Paleozoic, or you can use your robes to help with that, and that way your robes will keep coming back and won't get banished during the end phase, banished after they leave the field. The only other good thing about this one is when you activate a trap card and it's sent from the field to your grave, you can excavate the top card of your deck, and if it's a trap card, add it to your hand. Really, really good. More pluses. That's what you want in this deck. This deck thins a lot. It does really try to plus out. Sometimes the sadly thing is the engine is a little bit slow, but this is only the first stage of Paleozoic stuff. Hopefully we're going to get some more and then in Venom, so it should be really good, and then I can play a few more techie cards, like I might use Dark Calling to get Star Venom out. Hopefully we're getting the other XYZ, which is the 2400 or 2600 defense, this one, which requires 2 materials, and that one is really good because it can activate traps from the hand, just like the Ebon High Magician. So being able to do that from the hand is really, really dumb, and obviously unaffected by monster effects. Really, really stupid. Yeah, okay. For side deck, this is pretty much up to personal preference. I wouldn't say this side deck's perfect. I'd say it is room for improvement, but you take it what you like. This is my personal thing. If you guys want to improve this somehow, please feel free. Just Dark Magician of Chaos, just because it's good. Another Dark Magician, kind of standard there. 2 Kiwi, just because monsters not being destroyed, so it is really good. Spellcast not being destroyed is really good, and obviously the bulk up's really nice. It's only going to mostly be the most in this deck version, about 600, but still 600 on a Dark Magician beats a very Blue Ice and a Dark Planet and a Dark Destroyer, so it's still really good. Another robe, just because it's another robe. 2 Breaker, here the other 2 level 4s, just because Breaker gets round problem cards, so if you playing against someone and they have Decree out, obviously if you play Decree you can chain your MST1 to it and it will resolve, but you can't really do anything to that, so pretty much these are good outs to it, so always fun. There we go. 2 Spellbook of Wisdom. Just again, it's just the antiness of basically meta getting rid of your stuff. So apart from obviously warning and a warning against strike, you can get rid of stuff like that. So always fun to do that to hurt random people's stuff. Magical Dimension, just if you've got dead cards in your hand, it's always fun to get rid of stuff. And obviously Dedication for Light and Dark to Special Summon Dark Magician Chaos from anywhere. If worst case scenario, it is a rod and a circle target. But also, if it is dead and you've summoned your Dark Magician Chaos, you can always ditch it with Robe. Dark Renewal is just pretty much amazing. Just send to the grave to special summon 1 Dark Magician spellcast from your deck, so pretty much Dark Magician of Chaos. Another Storming, just because there are problems. Last one, Tech of the deck, is Growth Panel. It is a Yugi card at the end of the day. I only really used it in the fight with Jaden, as far as I'm aware, in GX. But it is really good. You know, if anything like if someone's playing Monarch, something like that, or part Descartes, anything like that, pretty much anything that's pretty much spell card draw engine, just activate this and you'll get the plus instead. So sad face, especially things like Blue Eyes. So. Right guys, this is my loveliness of my Dark Magician deck with Paleozoics in it. Hopefully you guys like it. I do hopefully hope you enjoy the video, and I shall see you guys later.